How you doing, everyone? It's your guy, DeWayne Crawford, also known as Mr. Why Cry Over Money? Why? Because money won't cry over you, and you know it won't. So do me a favor, share this information. Share, share, share. Because as you know, I love to share financial fundamentals that should be taught in school, but it's not, all right? So share, share, share. Let's be a blessing to others. Let's help educate our communities, all right? And this is great information that you can share to help educate those around us and ourselves, all right then? So before I get started, I want to ask you two questions. The first question is $25,000 a year a lot of money? Is $25,000 a year a lot of money? All right? The second question, how much is minimum wage? How much is minimum wage? First question, is $25,000 a year a lot of money? The second question is, how much is minimum wage? All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready to get started? Y'all ready to learn something? Something that's going to make you think. All right, let's get started. Let me click here. All right, here's our topic. Here is our topic for the day. Income for life during our working years. All right, so here we go. So 65 years old, right? So 65 years old, that is the age that is associated with retirement. When I ask a person, what is the retirement age? Guess what they always tell me? 65. Now where that number came from? Social Security. Because Social Security, most people can start receiving Social Security at the age of 65. Actually, it's going up to 67 now, but 65. But so that is where that number comes from. 65 years is associated with the age of retirement. All right. Next, 25 years. 25 years old. 25 years old. This is associated typically with people once they started their career. So typically a person who went to college, they graduated from college, now it's time to go find a job, and so on and so forth. So typically a person at the age of 25 really starting their career, all right? Started working in the workforce and so on and so forth. Again, I know people started a lot earlier, but this is when people typically start, all right? And building families and so on and so forth at the age of 25, all right? So that leaves us with 40 years. 40 years of our life. 40 working years. Because think about it. People work for 40 years of their life, all right? Now, next. So a typical person works 40 hours a week. 40 hours. There are 50 weeks. Well, actually, it's 52 weeks in a year. But we're going to give you 2 weeks for vacation, all right? 2 weeks for vacation. So a typical person works 50 weeks in a year. 50 weeks. That equals to 2,000 hours in a year. 2,000 hours, okay? 2,000 hours. I want you to remember all these numbers, right? Well, you got to remember, they're going to be right there in front of you. But typical person works 2,000 hours in 1 year. All right, $25,000. Remember I asked you, is $25,000 a lot of money? And I'm pretty sure I already know the answer. No, it's not. $25,000 is not a lot of money. But check this out. In 40 years, a person that made $25,000 a year have made $1 million. I almost said over, but have made $1 million. But you just said that $25,000 a year is not a lot of money. That you're probably making a lot more than that. But look at this. See, here's the thing. Most of us have made the money, but we don't have the money to show. We can't show the money. 40 years, $25,000 a year equals to $1 million. 1 million. $1 million. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you out there making a lot more. And you remember I asked the other question I asked was, what is minimum wage? Well, minimum wage is like $7 and some change, all right? That's minimum wage. So here's my question to you. If minimum wage is $7 and some change, let me ask you this one question. Do you have $1 for every hour you have worked. Just $1. Think about it. Even though I'm pretty sure most of you are making more than $7 an hour, do you have $1 for every hour you have worked? So if you have worked your job for 1 year, do you have $2,000 saved? Do you have $2,000 saved? All right. Here's another question. So, question. If you've been on your job for 5 years, do you have $10,000 saved up? $10,000. All I'm asking is for $1 out of 7. I'm not asking for 7. I'm asking for 1. In 10 years, if you've been on your job for 10 years, do you have $20,000 saved up? 15 years. If you've been on your job 15 years, do you have $30,000 saved up? If you've been on your job for 40 years, for 20 years, correction, do you have $40,000 saved up? Remember, you have already told me that $25,000 a year is not a lot of money. You already know that minimum wage is $7 and some change. And all I'm asking for is $1 for every hour that you can work, that you have worked. So if you can't show me $1 out of $7, and some of you on here is working a lot, making a lot more than that, and you can't show it, there's a problem, don't you think? That's a problem. You have been putting in all these hours. See, have you ever heard of the plan? It's called the 40-40-40 plan. You work 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life for 40% of your pay. Ask yourself this question. If you're barely making it off 100% of your pay, what are you going to do with 40% of your pay? What are you going to do with 40% of your pay? All right. What are you going to do with 40% of your pay? What? What are you going to do with 40%? That's the question. Think about how long you've been working on your job. Think about all the hours you have been putting in on that job. Think about those. Because I know a lot of you are putting in more than 40 hours a week on that job. And you can't show $1 for every hour that you have been working in your lifetime. So do you want to work your entire life? Because here's what you got to understand about work. There's 3 things that's going to happen when it comes down to working. Someday, that job going to tell you bye-bye. Someday, you're going to tell that job bye-bye. And last but not least, your body is going to tell you in that job bye-bye. Do you want your body breaking down on you, trying to make $1? That job can let you go at any time. It won't give you a 2-week notice. See, I want to position you and teach you so you can tell that job bye-bye, that you are financially stable, that you have positioned yourself to win. When you're ready to win, let me know, okay? Again, it's your guy, DeWayne Crawford, also known as Mr. White Cry for Money. Why? Because money won't cry for you. See, I love to share this financial fundamentals because everyone needs to know this information. Everyone needs to know financial fundamentals so they can prove their financial situation, so they can help their families, they can help their friends, and they can build their community as well. So if you want to learn ways so you can have income for life, so that someday you can walk away from your job, let me know. Let me know. Because I will gladly share this financial information with you. Gladly share. So do me a favor again. Share this information. Be a blessing to others. Be a blessing to others. Or again, it's your guy, DeWayne Crawford. Also known as Mr. Why Cry Over Money. Why? Because money won't cry over you, and you know it won't. So y'all have a better than amazing day. All right then? Peace.